Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into how you can support your child's reading journey right from your own home. And here's the best part. It's not about flashcards or stressful drills. Nope. It's all about the simple, joyful things you can do every day that will help build a huge future for them.
You know, this quote really nails it. It completely changes how we think about early reading, doesn't it? It's not about forcing them to read words. It's all about connection. It's about the little chats, the questions, the fun of just exploring the world together. That's what builds a strong foundation for language, way before they ever sound out a word on a page.
Okay, this is such a powerful and important idea. Your home language isn't some kind of hurdle to get over. It's a launch pad. When your child gets really strong in the language spoken at home, it actually gives them a solid base for learning any other language later on. Seriously, think of it as your family's unique superpower.
So let's talk more about that superpower. This first part is all about celebrating the incredible tools your family already has, the power of your language and your culture.
And I really want you to let this sink in. You are the perfect person for this job. You don't need a teaching degree or anything fancy. Your love, your everyday conversations, and your family stories, those are the most powerful things you have to help your child step into the amazing world of language.
All right, let's get practical. This next section is basically your toolkit. And you're going to love this. It's all about building language through something your child is already a total expert at: playing.
This is the big question, right? How in the world do you fit this into an already busy day? Well, the next few ideas are super simple. They're small activities you can literally start doing today.
Look how simple and fun this can be. Taking a listening walk, I love that. You just walk around your neighborhood and ask, what sounds can you hear? Or, just sing songs together in your home language. It's fun and it teaches rhythm and sound. And games like riddles, they're perfect for helping kids learn to listen really carefully, which is a huge skill for reading.
Here is a super simple 3-step recipe for having great conversations. First, just start with something you did together, like going to the park. Then, ask those why or how questions that don't have a yes or no answer. And finally, and this is the secret sauce, just say, tell me more about that. It's like an invitation for them to open up, and it builds their confidence like you wouldn't believe.
And we can't forget about the power of pretending. I mean, when your kid is pretending to be a chef or a doctor, they are doing so much more than just playing around. They're practicing conversations, trying out new words they've heard, and figuring out how to explain their ideas. It's like a language laboratory, but for them, it's just pure fun.
Okay, so we've talked about speaking and listening. Now let's look at how all those drawings and scribbles are actually the very first steps on the path to writing. This part is all about that incredible journey from making a mark on a page to telling a whole story.
This idea of pre-writing is so important. So it looks to us like a bunch of random scribbles. Well, to your child, that's their first try at communicating a really big idea. When they draw a picture and then tell you a story about it, they're learning the most basic rule of writing, turning a thought into a message that someone else can understand.
And check out how easy it is to encourage this. You do not need a fancy desk or expensive supplies. A simple writing corner, even if it's just a special box with some paper and crayons, sends a really powerful message. It tells your child, hey, what you create is important and it's a normal, fun part of our day.
Oh, this is such a great activity. So after a fun day out, you can sit down together with the photos. Ask your child to tell you what was happening in each one, and then, and this is the magic part, you write down their exact words right there under the picture. In that moment, they become a real author. It's their storybook.
And here's why that little family storybook is so incredibly powerful. It literally shows them the connection between the words they say and the words they see on a page. For a little kid, that's a huge aha moment. It's the light bulb that goes on, connecting the world of talking to the world of reading.
All right, time for the next tool in our toolkit, the absolute magic of sharing books. We've talked about making our own stories. Now, let's dive into all the incredible worlds that other people have created.
Now, it's not just that we read, but what we read. It is so important for kids to see themselves and their families in stories. Books should be like a mirror. But it's also just as important for books to be a window, giving them a peek into lives and cultures that are different from their own. That's how we build empathy and help them understand the big, wonderful world out there.
And hey, remember, you don't have to go out and buy a million books. Your local library is your absolute best friend on this adventure. It's a treasure chest just filled with all kinds of diverse and bilingual stories. And the best part? It's totally free.
Okay, let's bring this all home. We've talked about talking, playing, drawing, and reading. Now, let's focus on the amazing, lifelong gift that you are giving your child with every one of these simple, daily moments.
This really says it all, doesn't it? All of these small things, the songs you sing, the silly stories you tell, the listening walks you take, they all add up to something so much bigger. You're not just raising a reader, you are helping to shape a confident person who can communicate their ideas and someone who is proud of who they are and where they come from.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. A life filled with stories isn't just about what's in books. It's about the stories we live and share with each other every single day. So, what story will your family share today? Thanks so much for joining us.